Let's stay with a business-related story. The Central Bank of Nigeria said that it has no plan to redenominate or restructure the Naira notes in 2024. The Apex Bank said this on Tuesday in a statement signed by its Director Corporate Communications, it's Issa Abdulmumin, and shared on its X handle. The CBN urged Nigerians to disregard the wide circulation of a text message suggesting that the bank plans to redominate the country's legal tender next year, noting that the contents of the message are misleading. The bank is concerned that this narrative, which it had refuted before now, appears to be gaining traction with several debates on the implication of such a policy for the Nigerian economy. However, it added that while the bank may be considering reforms, such as subject to lay down procedures in line with the provisions of the CBN Act of 2007. The bank had in 2022 redesigned the 200 Naira, 500 Naira, and 1,000 Naira notes. And of course, to discuss this, we are joined by Dr. Muda Yusuf, CEO, Center for Promotion of Private Enterprise. Thank you so much for your time, Dr. Yusuf.
Thank you, Dapo. My pleasure to do it.
All right, great. Now, let's get to it. What are the potential economic implications of the Central Bank of Nigeria's decision to not redominate or restructure the Naira notes in 2024? And how might this affect the country's monetary policy?
Well, you recall, and many Nigerians will recall, the kind of terrible experience we went through in the process of Naira redesign. As we speak, many stakeholders are yet to fully recover from the shocks of that Naira redesign. My view is that the CBN has much more important things to be dealing with. We're all aware and we're all experiencing the volatility in the foreign exchange market, the depreciation, all the anxiety that is creating, the panic, and the inflationary effect. I think for me, these are much more urgent and much more fundamental things that the CBN should be addressing. And I think that is why the CBN has to come out to correct the notion that is thinking or trying to tinker with the currency. Of course, I mean, some people have argued that it will strengthen the Naira and all of that. I mean, all those things have no basis in economic literature. There's no way the redenomination can strengthen the Naira. You know, the challenge with the Naira is supply. And of course, also the demand pressure. And
okay, I just want to pick up on what you said. You said the challenge with the Naira is supply.
Yes, those are the basic issues.
Okay, can you please expatiate on this? What does that actually mean in certain context?
No, what it means is that if you want to strengthen the currency, that is the exchange rate between the Naira and the dollar, we need to improve the supply of dollars. And you can only do that through, improving our export base, especially non-oil exports, oil exports, gas exports, and things like that. We also need to work on our demand side, that is accelerating the process of import substitution so that the demand pressure is also reduced. Basically, those are the things that we need to do. And you need productivity, you need efficiency, you need the right policies, you need investors' confidence to be able to drive that. That is the priority for us.
Now let's okay. Now let's come back, of course, to the crux of the conversation. Now, given the widespread circulation of the misleading text message to redenominate the Naira, how might this misinformation impact investors' confidence and the stability of the country's economy?
No, it has no impact, but it's a distraction. It doesn't have any significant impact. The CBN has not made any statement that it wanted to redenominate the currency. It has no significant impact. It can only cause distraction. This is why the CBN has issued this statement. If you are talking of currency reform at this time, perhaps the only component we can be looking at is the highest denomination of the currency. Our highest denomination now is 1,000 naira. 1,000 naira is almost equivalent just to about $1. That is too small. At the time the 1,000 naira note was introduced, it was an equivalent of $7. So perhaps we can be looking at possibility of introducing a higher denomination, maybe a maximum of 5,000 naira note.
Sorry, I want to get you correctly. Are you suggesting that maybe if at all, anything like this is meant to happen, we should have like a single 5,000 naira note because of the value of the naira to the dollar right now?
Of course. I mean, currency.
But wouldn't that have some sort of impact, direct impact, particularly on the economy and also the value of the naira? Because, I mean, some have even suggested that why not even go backwards? Why not introduce maybe coins or, the days we usually have the 1 kobo and the 1 naira, just in little denominations than having to go bigger in terms of the value?
No, if you want to do coins, you are not going lower. You can convert existing currency notes to coins. Like 100 naira note, like 50 naira, like 200 naira, you can convert it to coins. You are not going lower. The advantage of increasing the highest denomination is to improve the portability of the currency. So that you want to carry cash, you don't have to be carrying.
You said the advantage of it is to improve the possibility. I didn't get that word.
Portability.
Portability. What does that mean?
I mean, portable is what it means. Easier to carry. If you want to carry 100,000 naira cash, assuming you are going to your village, maybe you go there, you need some cash, you want to carry 100,000, 200,000, or 500, it can be heavy. But if you have 5,000 currency notes, you can put it at your side pocket.
But how does that impact on the value of the naira? So, for instance, we are talking about...
It has no relationship with the value. The only thing that the convenience of carrying it, that is the only advantage it has. And it has the advantage of cheaper currency management. Processing currency, storing the currency, it will be cheaper if you have higher denomination. But it also has its own risk.
Okay, I'm sorry, but I just need to cut in here. I mean, right now the world is talking about digital currency. I mean, there's a lot of people carry out transactions, without even having to hold physical cash. So, are you saying that, I mean, if we had this higher denominations, it might in a way improve our economic status at the moment?
It has no relationship with the economic status.
So it's just for portability.
Is the ease with which you can carry the currency. That is the only thing. But what is most important now is to stabilize the currency. That is one.
Okay.
Secondly, is to push to advance our cashless policy so that we don't even need to be using much of cash, just as you said. Let us do more in that direction so that the need for cash will be very minimal. Let us be using more of our POS transfers and so on. And we're already making a lot of progress. In 2022, electronic payment was 1,500, over 1,500 trillion naira. That's a lot.
Okay.
Over 1,500 trillion naira electronic payments.
Okay. I mean, finally, before I let you go, I just want to ask, what do you suggest as an urgent reform for the CBN right now? Because yes, we know that recently there has been some sort of, will I say, improvement when it comes to naira to dollar. And there's also projection that maybe towards December, that's Christmas, it should fall to about 600 to 700. That's the naira to the dollar. What do you think the government, particularly the financial sector of the government, needs to do urgently to ensure that the economy is better, the value of the naira improves, and of course, the living cost drops for Nigerians?
The truth is that there is no silver bullet. There is no quick fix to this. The government has been taking steps to improve the supply of dollar, at least to meet the urgent liquidity crisis that we have now. That is why the government was talking about, $10 billion line of sight. That is one way out. The other way out is to ensure that we improve our oil production.
All right.
to improve our gas production, so that we can generate more foreign exchange or non-oil exports. Those are the things that we can do. Then we manage our demand side to reduce the demand pressure on the foreign exchange markets.
All right.
So it's both a monetary and fiscal policy issues that we need to put on the table to deal with this problem.
All right, Dr. Muda Yusuf, thank you so much for your time.